Hi students, now we shall do a lesson on miscellaneous numericals of capacitors. So without wasting time, let's start. Now the formula to calculate the series combination of capacitance and the parallel combination of capacitance are shown in the figure. Now we shall solve these four numericals. Now let us do the numericals on combination of capacitors. I have already put the two numericals on the board for convenience. Now this is the first numerical. Now here, before doing the numerical, we have to judge which of the capacitors are in series combination and which are in parallel combination. Now to do that, first of all, you have to do what? For all the numericals, you have to send a current through the combination I. You can do it on the board or on the copies, or you can do it in your mind also. Now you see, when the current will go there, it will be divided into two parts. I1 from this path and I2 from this path. And then again they will meet here to produce I. Now here you see, this current I1 will flow through these two capacitors, 5 microfarad and 4 microfarad. Now when same current will flow through the capacitors, they will be in series combination. So they will be in series combination. Now this will carry a current I2, that is different current. So this will be in parallel combination with the combination of these two. So the next figure will be like this. This one. Now this capacitor is the equivalent capacitance of these two. So if we make them in series combination, what will be its value? Its value can be calculated from this. C equivalent will be equal to C1 into C2 by C1 plus C2. So it will be 5 into 4 by 5 plus 4. So it will be 20 by 9 microfarad. So there its value will be 20 by 9 microfarad, and it is already 3 microfarad. Now these two capacitors are in parallel combination. So our next equivalent circuit will be a single capacitor. That is, it is the equivalent of this whole combination, and it will be the parallel combination of these two. Now how parallel combinations can be done? Now the parallel, that is the final result, will be the addition of these two, because for parallel combination the equivalent capacitance is equal to C1 plus C2 and so on. So the result will be 20 by 9 plus 3 microfarad. So if we calculate this one, our result will be, that is C result or C final, whatever you can write, that is equal to, it will come out as 5.22 microfarad. You can do it easily in the calculator. So this is the result of the first numerical. Okay, now let us move to the second numerical. Here you can see, if we send a current I here, it will move in two paths, I1 and I2. And I1 and I2 meet there to give current I. So in this case, these two capacitors are carrying different currents, so they will be in parallel combination. So first of all, solve this closed circuit. Our next equivalent circuit will be this. These two capacitors makes this capacitor. That is, this is the equivalent capacitance of these two. So 9 microfarad in parallel with 9 microfarad will give us 9 plus 9, that is 18 microfarad, and there is 9 microfarad. Now these two are in series combination, so the final capacitance, C equivalent, will be the series combination of 18 and 9. So if we calculate 18 and 9 in series combination, we shall get the result is, it will be 6 microfarad. So it will be 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9, so easily it will come out as 6 microfarad. Alright. Now you will solve question number 4. Question number 3 is for you. I am sure that you can do it very easily. Now let us see question number 4. Here I have done the steps to save time. Now you can see in this problem, let us think or imagine the current is flowing into the combination here, and then the current will divide into two parts. Now this current will flow through these three capacitors. So these three capacitors will carry the same current. So they will be in series combination. So after solving, I have given this equivalent capacitor for these three. Now the calculation can be done from there. So equivalent capacitance, this one, 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. So after calculation, it will come out as 6 by 7 picofarad. So I have written the result, 6 by 7 picofarad. Now after that, you see these two comes in parallel combination. So parallel combination can be done by just simply adding. So 6 by 7 plus 2 picofarad is equal to 20 by 7. So this is 20 by 7. So this is the equivalent capacitance of these two. So this is 20 by 7. So ultimately we have got three capacitors in series combination. So final result will be C result or C final, whatever you can write. C final can be calculated from the series combination of these three. So it will come out as like this. 1 by C final is equal to, say, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 20 by 7. So it will come out as 7 by 20 plus again 1 by 3. So it will be 61 by 60. So CF will be equal to reciprocal of this 60 by 61. So that is equal to 0.98 etc. picofarad. So we can approximately write it as 1 picofarad. So as you know that if you do some work on a body, energy is stored in the body in different forms. जैसे कि हम मान लेते हैं अगर कोई चीज़ को हम ज़मीन से ऊपर उठाएं तो हम काम करते हैं और हमारा काम बॉडी में पोटेंशियल एनर्जी के फॉर्म में स्टोर हो जाती है। अगर हम किसी चीज़ को थ्रो करते हैं, अगर जोर से थ्रो करते हैं तो बॉडी भी ज़्यादा दूर तक जाती है और उसका स्पीड भी ज़्यादा होता है एयर में, और स्पीड ज़्यादा मतलब उसका काइनेटिक एनर्जी भी ज़्यादा होती है। तो हम जितने जोर से उसको थ्रो करेंगे उतना ही उसका काइनेटिक एनर्जी उतना ही हाई होगा, यानी कि हमारा काम बॉडी में काइनेटिक एनर्जी के फॉर्म में जा रहा है। ठीक इसी तरह से अगर हम किसी स्प्रिंग को कंप्रेस करें तो स्प्रिंग में भी एनर्जी आ जाती है। इन द सिमिलर वे, व्हेन एन इलेक्ट्रिक सोर्स charges a capacitor, it does some work, and this work stores inside the capacitor as its electrical energy. Now the formula to calculate the energy stored in a capacitor is given. The formula is E equal to half CV square. Now if we put C equal to Q by V in this equation, we get another form of this equation as E equal to half Q into V. Now if we place V equal to Q by C in the first equation, that is in E equal to half CV square, we get the modified form of the equation as E equal to half Q square by C. So we can use either of these three equations as per the data available. Now we shall do these four numericals on energy stored in a capacitor. Now let us do the numericals. Now in the first numerical, it is given that a capacitor of capacitance 50 microfarad, C equal to 50 microfarad, is charged to a potential of 100 volts. That is voltage V equal to 100 volts. Now calculate the energy stored in the capacitor. Now the formula for energy stored in a capacitor U is equal to half C V square. You can write it as U or you can write it as E also, no problem. So this is the expression. Here we shall take this expression out of the three because here the values of C and V are given. So we have to just place it and calculate the energy. Now for C it is given 50 microfarad, so we have to convert it into farad. So 50 microfarad is equal to 50 into 10 to the power minus 6 farad into V square, so it's 100 square. So if we do the calculation, we can find that after simplification, the result will come out as here you see it will be 25 it will be 10 to the power minus 2, so that is equal to 0.25 joules. Joule is the unit of energy, so it will be 0.25 joule. Okay. Now if you move into the second numerical, here you see it is given that how much work must be done to charge a 24 microfarad capacitor when the potential difference between the plates is 500 volts. So the values of capacitance C and voltage V is given. So it's very similar to this type of numerical, this one. So here we have to just simply change it to farad, 10 to the power minus 6 farad. And similarly we have to use this expression E equal to half CV square, and if you place it we shall get the answer. I hope that you can simply place it there and you will get the answer easily. Now question number 3. In question number 3 it is given that a capacitor is charged through a potential difference of 200 volts. That is V is given as 200 volts. And when 0.1 coulomb charge is stored in it, that is the value of Q is given. This amount of charge is stored inside the capacitor. Now it is asked how much energy will it release when it is discharged. Now when the capacitor will be connected in a circuit and it will discharge, how much energy it can release. So the amount of energy stored, that much of energy it can release. So we have to calculate the energy stored inside the capacitor while charging it through a charge of 0.1 coulomb. So now here V and Q are given. So we have to write down the expression in terms of Q and V. So it is half Q into V. So it is half Q is 0.1 into 200. So that is equal to 10 joule. It's very simple. Okay, now let us move into question number 4. In question number 4, it is given what should be the capacitance of a capacitor. That is, they are asking to find out the value of C. Capable of storing 1 joule of energy. That is, energy it can store up to 1 joule. When used with a 100 volt DC supply. That is, when the capacitor is connected to a DC volt supply of 100 volt, that is V is this much, it can store an energy of 1 joule. So what's its capacitance C? So to write down the value of E in terms of V and C. So it will be E equal to half C V square. Now here E is given as 1 joule. Now C need to be found out and V is 100. So it's 100 square. So from this C comes out to be 2 there and 2 divided by 100 square. So this is this one. So that is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 farad. You can convert it into microfarad also. So it will be, if you give it a minus 6 there, so it will be 200 microfarad also. However, you can put the result up to this one. So students, I think you have liked this lesson and your doubts are now being cleared. So to get my future videos, do subscribe. Stay at home, stay healthy. Goodbye.